Hey Sean, how you doing? Let's say 1,000 people live around a lake, right? 1,000 people live in this little lake community, um, and they all demand a certain good, okay? And there are two methods of producing this good, okay? And one of the methods involves paying a lower cost in dollars, paying a lower price in dollars, uh, but having the lake that they live around polluted and destroyed. And the other option involves paying a higher price in dollars, but preserving the lake in the process. The second option, whatever, is more green, as they say. It keeps the lake maintained, right? Let's say all 1,000 of those people living in that community would prefer to pay a higher price, prefer this latter method of production, and preserve the lake. Then they'd rather pay a higher price and preserve the lake than pay a lower price and destroy the lake, right? Those are the preferences of those consumers, right? Those are the demands of those consumers. That's what they want, right? In that situation, in a free market, what can happen is the lake will get destroyed anyway. What'll end up is, even though people would rather pay a higher price and preserve the lake, they'll end up paying the lower price and destroying the lake. Why does that happen? I think you know, but I'll just say, because of the tragedy of the commons. Because from each individual's perspective, they in reality they don't really get to make that decision. They don't get to say, should I pay a lower price and destroy the lake, or pay a higher price and save the lake? Really, in reality, their real decision is, should I pay a lower price and destroy the lake, or pay a higher price and destroy the lake? So obviously, in that instance, they'll pay a lower price, because even if they choose to make the personal sacrifice of paying the higher price, they can't guarantee that everyone else won't pay the lower price and destroy the lake anyway. So if everyone else is going to destroy the lake, hey, they might as well get a lower price too, right? And then in effect, they just end up like sort of adding to the problem. So even though everyone wants to use this latter method of production and save the lake, in this example, everyone will end up using the former method of production and destroy the lake. So the market is not satisfying the demands of the consumers, because prices do not reflect the full costs or benefits in production or consumption of a product or service, which is from Wikipedia. That's what they say about externalities. That's what's going on. It's a negative externality. So, I mean, I'm not saying that there's no way around this in a free market. I think there is. Um, but I think they can still form voluntary unions and solve this problem. But to just say that this problem doesn't exist and that market failures are, I mean, in your example, um, I think you distorted what was going on, because the way you presented it was that individuals would prefer to destroy the lake and pay a lower price, like even if it was all up to them, like if it was only one person making this decision, like they would prefer to destroy the lake and pay the lower price. But that's not necessarily what's going on. Um, you know, my sort of example does happen, I think. So anyway, yeah, even though I do think there are free market solutions to this problem, I think to just say that this problem doesn't exist is kind of like a little dishonest. So anyway, it's my opinion.